Please join me in welcoming our champion of social good, Devin Thorpe, who will show us how to find profit through purpose.
Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch.
June 3rd, 1983 was my last good hair day. This is not Teresa's fault. This mohawk thing I've got going is not her fault. So, Teresa is actually a remarkable woman. She attended a community council meeting not long ago, and the chief of police was speaking. And she challenged him. She said, "What are you going to do about all the homeless people who are ruining our downtown?" And he said to her, "You know, if every downtown business did something to help the homeless, there would be no homeless in our city." And she really took that challenge to heart. So she started going down to the Road Home Homeless Shelter, and she started doing makeovers for the women there. Now, she would have them do a little bit of work each time that she would do the hair. And some of the women balked at being expected to do a little bit of work, but over time they learned. And she actually ended up hiring several of the women to work full-time in her shop. Her program was so successful that she was profiled on Channel 2 News and was presented on camera with a check from Mountain America Credit Union for $500. She used the money to buy dental implants for one of her homeless friends. Great lady. The program really worked to help her business prosper as well. She's expanded her footprint by more than 50% since she started. She proves that adding purpose to your business really can add profits. Now, I live in a condo right by her mid-city salon. And I like to run up City Creek Canyon, not far from here. One day, as I was running around a corner, I saw a mountain lion dart into the trees. And then around the next bend in the road, I saw 3 attractive, middle-aged women walking toward me. And I thought as I passed them, I better warn them about the danger. With just an instant to deliver the message, I blurted out, "Beware of the cougar." Honestly, it took me about 10 minutes to realize what I'd said. True story. Now, our time today is pretty limited, but I hope to do a better job of communicating than I did up City Creek Canyon. Rihanna, Miley Cyrus. Now, I had a picture of Miley Cyrus, but it was deemed too racy, so it was deleted. If you'd like to see it, grab me later. I'll be here all day. Lady Gaga, the 3 of them all are spokespeople for what I like to call the most powerful lipstick in the world. How many of you use Viva Glam lipstick? Raise your hand if there are any Viva Glam lipstick users here. Men? I don't see any of you raising your hand. Well, Viva Glam lipstick is the most powerful lipstick in the world. These women are all spokespeople for Viva Glam, and they do it almost for free. Now, you wonder, why would these super famous women endorse this brand for free? Well, it's because 100% of the proceeds from Viva Glam lipstick goes to fight AIDS, every penny. And that adds up to about $50 million a year now. Over the years, it's over $450 million. Estee Lauder, which owns MAC Cosmetics and Viva Glam, has become the 2nd largest funder in the fight to eradicate AIDS in the world, after only the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So I said they give away 100%, but they still have to manufacture and market and distribute the product. But they tell me it's profitable. So where does the profit come from? Well, we know the women are helping with the marketing at a discount. The retailers remit 100% of the proceeds they receive. They don't keep anything. And finally, they have eschewed the traditional promotional gift with purchase that is customarily used in the industry, and instead they've trained their customers to expect good with purchase. But the real profit comes from having a real impact. Customers and employees respond to the company because it really makes a difference. A while back, I did an informal survey for an article I wrote for Forbes about corporate social responsibility, and I asked the companies about their employees, and they told me a couple of things that were interesting. First, 86% said their employees were happier because they had a corporate social responsibility program. But really surprising was 76% said that they had better employees as a result of both the impact of the program on their existing employees and their ability to recruit better employees as a result. I thought that was fascinating.
She thought the images weren't fair. When Ann-Care Reichert saw the photos in the media of some of the 1.1 million refugees arriving in Germany, she said, "We need to stop talking about refugees and start talking with refugees instead." Ann met a refugee named Mohammed who had been a programmer. He explained that he couldn't program because he didn't have a computer. She knew that 43,000 IT jobs were open in Germany, so she decided to launch the Ready School of Digital Integration to teach them coding skills. In 1 year, she launched her nonprofit school and has already trained dozens of students. Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan even visited the school and geeked out with the students. The program is working. Her students even created an app called Bureaucrazy to help refugees navigate the bureaucracy. Rotary's John Hugo said, "If we don't act now to build the conditions for peace, then events that undermine it will only increase."
Now, Ann partners with companies like Daimler and SAP on this program to employ the refugees. Governor Herbert is launching a similar program here in Utah, and you can learn more about that today. One of the keys to a successful corporate social responsibility program, a program that will generate profits, is to choose a cause authentically. I want to tell you about BDA and how they chose their cause. Susan was invited to the corporate retreat for BDA in Hawaii, and she invited her on-again, off-again boyfriend to go with her, I suspect hoping that it would solidify their relationship. One evening during the retreat, her colleagues heard her screaming in her hotel room as he was beating her. Because he had barricaded the door, they weren't able to get into the room in time, and he's now serving a life sentence for her murder. BDA chose the fight against domestic violence as its cause. Now, I hope none of you have to lose an employee in order to find an authentic cause. I really believe that if you talk to your customers and employees, you can find a shared passion that will motivate all of them, all of you, to do some good in the world.
Some say corporations are the problem, not the solution. doTERRA, a $1.2 billion direct marketer of essential oils, sought to prove them wrong. It established its co-impact sourcing program in developing countries around the world. The goal is to improve the livelihoods of smallholder farmers and their communities. Nepal villages where the company sourced wintergreen were devastated by the 2015 earthquakes. This proved to be a moment of truth for the company. Would it cut and run or double down? The company doubled down, bringing aid to affected communities. In the spring of 2016, the company's Healing Hands Foundation constructed 500 desks and 2 schools, including the first new school built after the earthquakes. doTERRA also put people to work, helping 20 communities put wintergreen distillation units into production. doTERRA proves that corporations are part of the solution to global problems.
I know some of you wonderful people are thinking, why shouldn't corporations just do good because it's the right thing to do? And perhaps they should. But I want you to remember this. If a company makes a profit from doing good, there's no limit to the good it can do. I do have one concern about corporate social responsibility that I want to share with you in conclusion, and that is that if we think of corporations as shouldering that responsibility, we may rest on our consumerism. We as business leaders in Utah have a responsibility to shape the behavior of corporations. I want you all to stand and take a pledge with me. Please stand up. We're all going to take a short pledge. The pledge is, I will change the world. And we'll repeat that 4 times. And each time we repeat that pledge, we're going to emphasize a different word. So on the first go, we will emphasize the word I. So say it with me like you mean it. I will change the world. Now will. I will change the world. I will change the world. Now, world. I will change the world. You will change the world. Thank you.